Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story wherein one of these decks or all of the decks could be a story for you. But what I like to do is hold each deck up to the screen so that you can see if it's resonating with you. So starting with deck number 1, could your story be here? Is your story here in deck number 1? Or could your story be here in deck number 2? Could your story or message be here? Or is it in deck number 3? Could your story or message be here? It's always good to just kind of go with the first one that you see or that kind of touches you. So let's go ahead and get started with deck number 1. We have the Page of Swords, the World, Six of Wands, Four of Swords, King of Cups, central issue, the Hanged Man, Nine of Swords, and Judgment or Rebirth. So, looks as if things could have been in time out or something could have been placed on hold, like your situation. I feel like there is a need to confront a past issue, and I feel like you're being haunted by your past or haunted by memories or whatever it is that maybe you have put off on the back burner. It just keeps resurfacing and you're wanting something to go away, but it won't go away. So it's something that maybe you're thinking about someone, maybe you keep on procrastinating on something you said you were going to do. Maybe you have become overwhelmed with your situation and you need to do something about it, but you're just afraid. I just also saw someone who is maybe afraid that they are pregnant, or there's something about a pregnancy that they're afraid of. Especially if you are not wanting children, it looks like it's like you feel like you're supposed to have a child, but you're like, no, I don't want it, but I kind of feel that I am supposed to have this child. Why do I keep dreaming about this child? Something seems like it's your baby. Whether it is a project, a person, something that you're passionate about, something is asking to be reborn. Something is asking for another opportunity or another chance. The only thing that is blocking things from moving forward is in your own mind. I just feel like you need to overcome any type of insecurities or doubts that you have. Like your insecurities, I think what it is that there is a fear of the unknown, because it's like you're in darkness and you feel like you can't see. And you're afraid of what you can't see with the physical eye. Maybe you are sensing something, maybe your intuition has been going off, but you're like, I need to see something in order to believe it. So I don't know what that is exactly, but I feel like you need to see proof. And I also feel like you've been trying your best to see things from a different perspective here. You may have isolated yourself from other people, or maybe you've been spending a lot of time alone. Some of you may have been doing a lot of meditation. Now, I also see a situation where this is indirect communication. So it looks like someone's thoughts are beaming out and they're sending messages to someone who is far away. Someone may be communicating, but whenever I see this, it shows me that there needs to be more communication. This is a lack of communication, or the messages aren't, they're tiny messages. They're not messages that are fully expressed. They need to be more developed. There maybe needs to be a bigger gesture to express feelings. Some of you may be getting ready to travel. Maybe you have fears about traveling or letting go, because it's like being born into a new environment, or having a fear of starting life, having like a brand new beginning here. Maybe it's something that you want, but you keep putting on hold because you're just not sure. Some of you are also being very guarded, or I feel like you might be trying to push someone away, or you're trying to block someone. I feel like maybe someone has been trying to reach you, or you have been trying to reach someone, but I'm getting the energy of being blocked. Someone lives in their own bubble or their own universe. I'm getting the energy of someone who's very isolated. I mean, it could be the same thing as being a hermit, but someone is coming off very isolated. If this is about moving forward in a relationship, I feel that someone is maybe at a distance, like your love interest lives far away. There would need to be traveling. So yeah, it's like you guys don't live in the same vicinity, but maybe there's a need to make an effort to come towards each other. Or even if you don't know who this is, it could be that your love interest is at a distance. So when you meet this person, I feel like either this person is going to be new in your city, or if you are the one traveling, you would be the new person in town. I was getting like fresh, what's that saying? Fresh fish out of water? Just fish out of water. So something does seem very new to you. Maybe you start a new job and everything's just completely brand new. Maybe you're starting your own business. It just looks like you are starting completely over and definitely moving on from the past. I also feel that something happens that gives you courage to move forward, or something happens to inspire you to chase your dreams or pursue your desires. I feel that someone has romantic feelings for someone and has been daydreaming, and someone is on cloud 9 every time they think about this person. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, maybe Leo. And something else I was just getting here. Oh, yeah, I noticed on here the point of fortune symbol. So those of you that study astrology, maybe there's something significant about the placement of your point of fortune. That's that symbol with the circle and a cross in the middle. There may be a need for you to gather your thoughts before moving forward with the situation. It looks like I'm getting kind of like energy where there's movement and then there's hesitation and then there's movement and then there's hesitation. I think what it is that it's like as you proceed with the things that you're doing, it's like you're stopping to make sure that you should continue to go. Like you want to make sure it's safe to keep moving in the direction that you're moving, or you want to take a time out and make sure that you're doing the right thing. I'm getting the image of war. And you know, when like the first group of men, like at first everybody's hiding behind their armor, and then they move forward a little bit, and then they spread out and wait and see if, you know, like if anyone sees them or if there's any shooting, and then they start group together and start moving forward again. I'm kind of getting like that image. So I feel like there is movement towards something that you're doing, but you keep taking breaks just to make sure that it's safe to keep going in that direction. And when I feel like when someone is sure or they have some sort of confirmation or feel this sense of security, that's when everything's going to happen. So in a case of someone having feelings and wanting to know if they should express their feelings, I feel like at some point someone is just like, okay, this is how I feel, this is what I've been thinking. And it can be romantic. It can be maybe something you've been thinking about expressing to your friend. Maybe you've been thinking about saying something to your supervisor or your boss or something like that. And maybe you've just been kind of stopping and getting advice and thinking and then proceeding. So let me start checking on a couple of things here. Now, I also see someone being invited someplace, but it's far away. I don't know what this invitation is, but it looks like it's far away. I'm going to start with the Page of Swords. So it's clarified by the Knight of Swords. So definitely could be dealing with an air sign. This is also dealing with communication, and something looks as if this person is headed west. If it's a situation about traveling, I feel like someone is headed west. I also feel like someone could be trying to escape or run away from their demons, or someone is being courageous and ready to face their demons or ready to face their fears. Someone's running away though. Someone is trying to escape some sort of previous situation or trying to escape a previous life. Someone just wants to start over. They're like, I've got to get out of here. I don't want to be in this situation anymore. I don't want to live here anymore. I don't want to be at this job anymore. So somebody is trying to run away or escape. If you've been in a relationship and you've just kind of been stuck and trying to see things from a spiritual standpoint, it looks as if you come to realize that you don't belong together, and it looks like you're making a break for it. It's like you feel as if the relationship has reached its limit. It has fully matured. Maybe you come to realize that that soul contract has ended, and it's not easy. It still looks like it hurts for you to walk away from whatever you're walking away from, but it's like you're doing it. See, and then it also looks like you want to find what makes you happy. You don't care if you have to be by yourself. You don't care, or, well, for some of you, you don't care about you being alone. That might be what you're looking for. It's like you need to find yourself, or you need to find that part of you that has been missing, that passion. And then for others of you, you are seeking love and you're looking for your other half. So I feel like you are looking for some sort of emotional void. Now also keep in mind the story could be flipped. It could be a situation where someone is coming towards you. So someone may decide to walk away or leave, especially if you're in a love situation where you felt like you did connect with someone that encourages you or inspires you to let go of dead weight, to move on from anything where you feel that it's not growing anymore. You know, for some of you, it's like you can't break up unless you have that confirmation. Some people don't need that. Some people can just break up and they're like, I'm my own confirmation. That's it. I know my limits. I know my boundaries, and I'm done. Some people are a little more afraid of that. Some people need to know for sure that there's someone else out there for them before they let go and move on. So the story could play out either way. But for some of you, it does look like, see, you got that confirmation. Something does manifest. There's an opportunity for somebody. It's either career, love, or both. And I feel like you kind of just get up and go after it after contemplating a lot. See, yeah, at first you were going back and forth. Some of you may have tried to resuscitate something that had died, and something that just did not have a pulse. It's like you kept trying to bring it back to life. And it's just like, there's no life left in this job, in this relationship, in whatever. There's nothing left. I gotta go. So even though it's some sort of painful transformation, I feel that you're doing it. The minute you get a surge of confidence, I also feel like some of you could be regretting an opportunity that was presented to you in the past. You passed up an opportunity in the past, and you regretted it, and now this opportunity, you're being faced with it again. And I feel like this time you start to take movements towards that opportunity. Some of you have definitely been praying and meditating. I feel like for some of you, you can't stop thinking or dreaming about a person or a situation. And then I'm just going to look a little more closely at the Four of Swords. Don't take something so seriously. I feel like sometimes you are taking things too seriously. You need a break. Someone needs to learn how to live again. Someone needs to learn how to relax. Somebody's been taking life way too serious. Yeah, I just keep getting lighten up, lighten up. So, yeah. I feel like this is about going towards that opportunity here. And I feel like you're kind of waiting. You're waiting for destiny. Or you're asking, you're like, is this my destiny? Is this my fate? There's no need to just overthink it. I also feel that whatever time out this pause has been, it indicates that there's going to be some sort of shift or change where suddenly there's movement. And this change also may take place for some of you when your menstrual cycle begins. Of course, I'm talking to my female viewers for that part. Before any men jump in and be like, oh, I ain't got a menstrual cycle. Duh, I'm not talking to you on that part. For some of you, it is about that. For some of you, this time frame is saying within the next 30 days. or something that happens by the end of the month. Yeah, so there's going to be some sort of shift or movement or changes during Aquarius season, which begins January 20th, I believe, through February 19th, somewhere around that time frame. Close enough. Yeah, Spirit is just like, here, take this opportunity. This is something that's been given to you. Don't overthink it. Just go with it. Especially if whatever this opportunity is has been resonating with you. Let's say, for instance, you keep seeing, you've been thinking about relocating to someplace on the West Coast, and let's just say Los Angeles, and you keep, all of a sudden you keep seeing commercials about Los Angeles, or you're driving and you see someone has California license plates. You get into a conversation with somebody and they're like, yeah, I used to live in LA. You know, it's just like, okay, those are signs. So then when that opportunity presents itself, maybe you've already been planning on it, but you kind of put it off. But I feel like then that opportunity comes back and you're like, okay, that's it. I think I'm going to go this time. It's like, yeah, just go. This is for you. Don't worry about, you know, having things perfect. Some of you might want things to be perfect before something can happen, or you feel like you need to have this and you need to have that. This is saying, don't worry about all of that. Like, we got this. You know, we are going to assist you the minute you start making moves. We'll pave the way out. So don't worry about how it's going to all come together. Just know that you're being assisted. Something is bringing you back to life. Some of you have been dead mentally, spiritually. And I feel like something happens where you're brought back to life. Yep. You may have had to undergo a death of the ego. You may have had, or you're getting ready to have another awakening. Definitely looks like you're getting ready to start a new chapter in your life. Some of you that could have been afraid of commitment may not be afraid of that anymore. Or maybe you're connecting with someone who makes you see things differently. Definitely been thinking about like love again. Like, some of you have been nostalgic. Either you are thinking about someone specific that you would like to be with, or you're just thinking about how it was when you were in love, period. And you've been prepared for this. This is what all this waiting has been for. And again, if this is not something romantic, maybe you have been nostalgic about being passionate, or, you know, going back to like asking yourself, what did you used to do as a child? You know, what did you want to do as a child? And you're like, you know what? I think I need to find that innocence again. I need to find that curiosity again about life. So regardless, I feel like you guys are starting some sort of new chapter in your lives, whether it's with new love or if it is love for yourself. It just looks like you guys have been prepared for that. Both of these look like you've been in a cocoon state. So those are the messages for deck number 1. Let's go ahead and use deck number 2, or read deck number 2 rather. So we have the 3 of coins, Judgment, 4 of wands, Groom of wands, Father of wands, central issue, Father of coins, 5 of coins, and the High Priestess. So some of you may have been having some sort of dreams. I feel like you guys have been patient, or patiently waiting for something to happen or for confirmation. I feel like there has been some sort of secrets going on. Things happenings behind the scenes spiritually that you guys are unaware of. I don't know why my incense went out. I also feel that you guys have been maybe feeling broken, or like something was missing, or like you lost something that was valuable to you. Maybe you lost money or have been doing some sort of spending in secret, and now you're like, oh, I don't have that much money left. I also feel that there is someone who wants to offer something to you, or you are wanting to offer something to someone. Someone could have been maybe suffering in silence, though. Someone feels like they just wasted, maybe feeling like they wasted all their money, or they wasted all their time, or you may be wondering if you did. You're like, did I waste my money? Is my investment going to pay off? Or, you know, will this come back to me? I feel like there's a need to rebuild or reestablish. So the Three of Coins for me usually is about, you know, coming together and finding some sort of solution. So there's a possibility that you are needing to get back to some sort of project that you put on the back burner. Again, we have Judgment coming out. So both of these together looks like there is some sort of issue that needs to be resolved from your past. Someone may be ready to get back out into the job market. Let's say someone has been sick, or someone has not been able to work, like been on sick leave or maternity leave, and someone has just been losing money. I feel like maybe someone is now ready to get back out there into the work field. It's like, okay, time to get back to work so I can start making some money again. I want to go shopping. I want to buy some clothes, or, you know, I got to get prepared for this. It also could be a situation where some of you are preparing for a wedding, like literally. I don't know if someone is preparing some sort of engagement, especially with the Four of Wands here. Something will be coming together. So I see a foundation has been started. Someone has planted the seeds, even if it came at an expense. So I do see your investment paying off on whatever this is. You put a lot of energy into something, or you've been waiting for something to happen, and you've taken some sort of losses, but I feel like it's going to be restored to you. You may be spending money on the perfect home. You may be spending money on a wedding. Maybe you're losing money on a wedding. You don't really have it, but you know at the end of the day it's worth it. You might be making any type of changes to your home. I feel like even if you did start something on your home and you didn't finish it, at some point within the next few days you're getting back to it so that you can finish where you left off. Any type of projects. If this is about relationships, I feel that maybe something is starting off as either co-workers or some sort of business transaction. Really, I almost see it as like this guy, he spent all his money on someone, and I've had this energy before where somebody is like paying for something, but they're really hoping to get something out of it, like a date. So let's just say, for instance, that you work at a grocery store, and this customer comes in a grocery store like every day, in your line. You know, it's just like no matter which number you're working. You could be working Al 9 or Al 11, and here comes the same customer. They always want to come in your line. Sometimes you get that at the bank as a teller. There are certain customers that they just wait for you. They're like, no, I'll wait. I don't mind wasting time, letting other people go ahead of me. I want this teller. So I feel like someone is kind of wasting. I don't want to say wasting. It's almost like someone's taking a gamble to see if you would be interested. And it looks like it pays off here. So if this is about a situation where it's a coworker or a client or any type of business opportunity, I feel like it turns into something more flirtatious or romantic. If you guys have been wanting any type of reconciliation, like if you broke up and you were wondering, you're like, are they going to return? Are we getting back together? Maybe you've been paying a lot of money to a psychic or a reader. You're like, please tell me my future. Tell me, is this person still in my future? Is this person still coming towards me? And I feel that even though you've been spending all this money to get the good news, finally you get some sort of response, or the person finally reaches out to you. Or, just something happens where you are put back in alignment with this person. So to me, that's what this looks like. You feel like this would be successful. Some of you may be dealing with a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, maybe Cancer. But yeah, it looks like you guys will be happy and celebrating. It looks like someone also may finally work up the courage to ask you out. Some of you may just work in construction, or maybe you're trying to get this construction done to your home and you're finally getting that project completed. Some of you finally have the courage to move on from your 9-to-5 and start your own business, because these guys look like they're definitely wanting to be entrepreneurs. Maybe finally you're having an opportunity to form a business partnership. It looks like maybe these two people are communicating and making some sort of plans to go forward. Maybe it's to open up some sort of fashion, some sort of boutique, or maybe it's any type of business. But it looks like two people are coming together and they're talking about how they're going to get this established, and then they actually go out and do it. So there's definitely some sort of motivating energy here. Dating wise, you definitely may have options. You may have more than one option. I'm getting various ages. You might be at that age where you can date the son or the father, like you're at that perfect age. For some of you, it does look like being invited to an event. And I feel like you should go to that event because it looks like you could meet two potential people. There's two contenders there. So any type of event, especially a wedding reception, a wedding or a wedding reception. But it could be a party. You could also be celebrating your birthday. Those of you that are Capricorn, looks like you guys might run into someone at your birthday celebration. Someone may be wishing you a happy birthday. You might hear from someone, they're like, happy birthday. And it encourages you to move forward, or you are wishing an earth sign, or a Capricorn rather, their birthday wishes, and that encourages them or inspires them to flirt or ask you out. So I'm just looking a little closer at the Four of Wands. I see an engagement for some of you guys, though. So I get the energy of 3 becoming 4, which to me is more so just talking about like that foundation. It's like, say you were creating or building a chair, and the chair only had 3 legs on it. Maybe you can sit on that chair if you sit on it a certain type of way, but after you add that 4th leg, it's perfect, it's firm, it's solid. So like I said, it looks like something's being formed, and it's taking time to establish, whether it's a relationship or a career. I feel like something's forming. And then, like I said, it goes from 3 to 4. Maybe that's some sort of countdown, you know, so 4, 3, 2, 1, you know, whatever it is. It just looks like something's getting ready to happen. I feel like whatever it is that you've been waiting for finally manifests, or it becomes something becomes confirmed for you. Yeah, something seems like it gives you the security to proceed. 2 people who could have been fighting or distant with each other are eventually going to let their guards down. Okay, and then someone's also been spying. Someone's definitely been spying or looking at things from a distance, or someone has been doing readings. And I feel that you're waiting for some sort of predictions to come true, and it finally does. Someone may be trying to find out if you're still interested, or if you're still available, or you may be doing that to someone, like, are they still interested? You may have gotten a positive response or a positive answer. Let me look at the 3 of Coins as well. I just saw someone having to return something. So some of you have been single for a while, and I feel like you are just now getting ready to, you know, start dating again. But it's like you haven't been in a rush. You've just been taking your time to focus on you. And for whatever reason, you guys have been coming off as isolated or introverted. Yeah, so I feel like the 3 of Coins is kind of talking about how you've been really just focused on you. Maybe you had to heal, or it took you a long time to recover from any type of separation or breakup. And now you're ready to move forward. Now, I also see this as some of you just kind of having to start fresh again, or it's like you've been establishing your own identity, establishing your own life. But I feel like in the past you left your old life behind. Could be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and then definitely like fire energy coming through. It looks like 2 people may have missed each other in a romantic situation, or just always felt like something was missing without the other person, because now they're coming back towards one another, or now that someone is single, or now that you are single, you guys can be together. And maybe someone is just like, yeah, I'm single, but let's take things slow. I don't know if I could trust again. It's taken me a long time to regain my trust. Let me look at one more thing. I mean, I see that these are like fire energies coming out, but let me just see if there's anything else in regards to, I'm going to look at the Father of Wands. Now, if this is a past situation, I think someone pushed the other person away at one point. Or something was left incomplete, like someone did not have closure. I'm looking at the opening in this dress, and I feel like there's a need to have some sort of closure. I think some of you really need to make a choice between two people. And something about it may be that you guys all know each other. Like, I feel like there's some sort of common ground in regards to the people that you're dating. Like, you know, like I said earlier, it's like you guys could be co-workers or something. I feel like everybody knows each other. One person has definitely been contemplating. They've been sorting things out. I also feel like this person is very spiritual, though, and has been meditating. Trying to find peace. Trying to find their balance. Someone's been secretly pursuing you. Or you have been secretly pursuing someone. Someone views you as like a practical partner. Some people don't like that. Depends on what you want in a relationship. But someone has been kind of viewing you as like the person of practicality. I will say, females, please, I know tax season is coming. Don't be letting these men use you. So think about that. But I don't feel, everybody's story is going to be different. I do get someone who may be covering up their intentions or their agenda. Make sure too that someone isn't just coming towards you for something sexual, but they got like, you know, a relationship, a whole blown relationship somewhere. Now, it could be that someone, like I was seeing with that Eight of Cups, that someone is just now coming out of a relationship, and that is why they're coming towards you. Or you're the one that's coming out of a relationship and, you know, you're ready to start talking to someone again. So I think trust was broken in the past, though. I see someone getting their confidence back. And that's why we have some sort of movement. Someone has had time to think about things. Almost like someone was in time out. And they're like, okay, in time out, I've come to realize this is who I want. Or this is the job that I want. Or this is the direction that I want to go in. So someone has had time to think and will be making some sort of moves. Whether it's you or someone coming towards you. So let's go on to deck number 3. And we have the King of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, the Fool. Wow, Judgment is out in all 3 decks, so I guess that is pretty significant. Definitely past issues for everybody. And then we have the Page of Wands. A lot of fire energies for you guys. Central issue, the Knight of Cups, 5 of Cups, and the Wheel. All right, so Somebody has been emotionally transformed. For some of you, you know that you need to move on from the past. I feel that maybe because of the past, it took you a long time to trust or to believe in your hopes and dreams. Like I feel like you lost faith. You felt like people were out to get you, or you felt like things were just dangerous, like you just had like a negative or a dark attitude about things. I feel like you've also been hiding in your feelings or in the shadows. Almost invisible. It's like you've been invisible to other people, like you've been hiding, cloaked. Even if you've been out and about, it is more so than feeling like you just want to be invisible. Somebody has been too stuck on the past, talking about shoulda, woulda, coulda. Feeling like maybe they let an opportunity get away. But I feel like everything's about to change. Some of you may have been feeling like karma's a bitch, or like you feel, especially if you study astrology, maybe you've been looking at your birth chart and have been feeling like my birth chart sucks, like I hate my birth chart or whatever. Looks like I forgot to delete videos. This is about to cut off. Hang on. All right. So, how did I forget that? Quit what I was saying. Nice. Well, anyway, what I'm seeing is that someone is now ready to forgive their past mistakes. Yeah, someone's ready to move on from the past. Someone is now understanding that they can't change the past. It's like, look, there's nothing I can do about the past. It's already fixed. It's already written in the stars. It happened already. Time to get up and go now. So this looks like someone who's still emotionally scarred, but yet ready to move forward. I feel like in a love situation, there's someone who is watching quietly, but they're slick because there's a snake here on the back. So someone is being very low key. I feel like someone's on their belly. You can't like really see how this person is moving around or what they're doing. But I do feel like someone is watching you at a distance, but they still feel broken inside. Or they feel like they need help or they need assistance, but they have too much pride to say that. Now, this also could be your energy, and it doesn't just have to be romantic. Somebody is suffering in silence and having to put on the image of being very confident, very put together, but someone is lacking, or at least they feel like it. Maybe someone feels like they don't have enough finances to do what they want to do. Or maybe someone feels like they don't look their best. Maybe someone feels like they just don't have enough. Or maybe someone is not feeling well. Like maybe someone is like physically ill. Or spiritually or mentally ill. You know, someone maybe not feel good or may not feel up to themselves. I also feel that someone feels ignored, or like no one notices them. Again, yeah, that same invisible energy. Someone is just like, this person is completely oblivious to me and what I feel. This person ignores me. They ignore what I say. I feel like someone around you, they just need some sort of help, or you might need help, but it's just not speaking up. Someone is also too caught up about what someone may think or about being judged some type of way. But I feel that you just need to, if that's your energy, you need to break free from that and just don't care what people have to say. Don't worry about that. I feel like there's a need for you to just take a risk and do something to free you. Like you need to be freed from this sadness, this energy here. And I also feel that you are getting ready to take some sort of risk. Like you're out on a ledge. Maybe you see you're a visionary, or you have some sort of vision, and people maybe have told you what you can or can't do, or something that was impossible. And they're like, you can't do that. You don't have the money for this, or you don't have the looks to do that, or you don't have blah, blah, blah. And you do get fed up at some point and ignore all the things that people have said to keep you down or to put you down. So whatever opportunity got missed out, I feel like here it is again. It's like something is being resurrected. You are, as the phoenix, rising from the ashes. Like you may have a clean slate. Maybe you have decided to forgive everyone that hurt you or broke you. And you're like, I can't focus on that anymore. I have to let that go. So you're having to let go of any type of dead weight. You may be abandoning your spiritual beliefs. But I feel that you also at the same time are being renewed. There's a renewal of energy going on. I feel like for some of you, you are going towards your calling or your destiny. You feel like something is calling you. For some of you, you feel like you found your soul group. And then because we have the mother, father, and child, for some of you, maybe it is time to focus on starting a family. Or maybe I've given this example before. This looks like a family from a previous life finding each other or coming back together. I almost feel like the minute you give up, it makes me think of the story of Abraham, how he was being tested to sacrifice his son, and his faith was really being put to the test. So right at the moment when he was going to sacrifice his son, God called out and was just like, wait, or stop, or no, I don't know the biblical story. That story is also in the Quran. I know I'm just paraphrasing stuff, but you get it. And it turns out that something was just a test of faith. I feel like this is also symbolic of you being purified, like you've gone through the fire and you've had to burn off toxins and, all this negative energy. And so now your faith is restored. Or not, now you're adopting some sort of new belief. You go off to find yourself or reinvent yourself. Some of you are risking letting go of anything that you're just sad about. You're like, you know what? I don't have time to be sad anymore. So if you're not happy with a job, a relationship, or your situation, period, I feel like you are just throwing your hands up and walking away from it. You're like not worried about it anymore. It's like, I don't care anymore. I'm done with what doesn't make me happy, or I'm done with being sad. I'm done with being sick. Yeah. And see, we got the phoenix. That's funny. The phoenix is in this image too, burning, rising from the ashes. So I feel like something is saying you will rise again. You've already been at your lowest. You've been at your lowest with the wheel. Like you reached rock bottom. This is your rock bottom. Nothing can get worse than what has already been going on. So now the only way to go is up. And that is what is happening with your situation. Now, also, if we're talking about energies that we're dealing with, could be fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I feel like you are going to reinvent your business if you have a business. I feel like you are going to reinvent your relationship, or you're leaving the relationship and just reinventing, yourself. Or if you never had a relationship, it just still looks like you're reinventing your image, just everything. It's like you're learning something new for the first time, or you're looking at life with a fresh set of eyes. Let me look at the Five of Pentacles. Somebody needs to let go of whatever codependency they had. Like somebody or something was your crutch, and I feel like you're letting go of that. And I just noticed this guy has some dice that he just threw down. So I feel like someone is like gambling. Someone's gambling. Let me with their life decisions. And that seems to be a theme in all of the cards, all of the stories, is about taking some sort of risk. It's like gambling. Fire is really coming out. So there are some strong fire energies out here. If you have any fire in your chart, it could be your fire being activated depending on what house it's in. Like wherever you have fire in your house, maybe that is being activated. So let's say, for instance, your Aries rising. Like something is transforming where your physical body is being transformed or purified or reawakening. Like something about your physical self might be going through a transformation. Let's say you've got planets in a fire sign in a ninth house. Maybe you are now starting to travel, or maybe you are now going to have some sort of new spiritual beliefs, because those are ninth house matters. So there may be a need to look to the fire signs in your chart and be prepared for some sort of changes to happen in those houses. So someone is deciding to let go or move on to find what they need or to get to their new destination. A trip could have broke you. Like you went on a trip, you spent all your money, but you were like, I really wanted to go on this trip because I was passionate about it, but now I don't have any money. Or you just relocated even though you didn't have money. Kind of feel like somebody's like, I don't know where else to go. Somebody could be homeless. Or somebody homeless could be coming towards you. That could be your child. It doesn't always have to be a love interest before you go cutting up, a love interest. Or maybe it's not that someone is financially broke, but maybe someone did just lose everything. Maybe someone's just coming out of a divorce and feel like they just have nothing to offer. Man, someone is coming out of a tower moment for sure. And I see some sort of emotional meltdown. But I feel like this is more so something that has happened and you're coming through it, or you're just kind of moving through it. You might feel like your life is a disaster, but you're still floating keep staying afloat. Hopefully nothing was lost in the fire. Someone is just ready to move on from the past. They're like, I'm tired of holding on. I'm tired of being so guarded or pushing people away. Like, I want to let all of that go. So I feel like you guys are ready just to kind of move forward in life if you've been stuck. Let me look at the King of Wands. Someone is communicating indirectly with you. Someone is crying out for help silently. So it's clarified by Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but this also may be about someone who, like I said, is focused on their finances, or they don't have anything, or you don't have anything, but they're not saying anything. It's like their dirty little secret. Something is a dirty little secret. Someone has a black car, or a truck. And I hate when I get like rare random names, but I am getting the name Peter. And I'm like, I don't want to say Peter, but I don't know. Maybe that's the name of a company. Maybe it's the name of somebody's car. Maybe it's the name of the car dealership. I don't know, but that's the name I'm getting. Okay, now I don't know why this made me think of the Australia fires. Maybe that is something significant for some of you. And prayers out to Australians for sure. So I meant to kind of put it out there that maybe we can do like a collective prayer. But those thoughts count even now, no matter when you watch this video. So hopefully that energy does go out. But I just got the image of someone's life being on fire. Somebody life falling completely apart and someone not knowing what to do or where to go. So I don't know if this is your energy or someone around you, romantic, family, friend. I feel like someone's life is falling apart. And they don't want to say anything. Or someone feels like they're going through some things but being ignored. I'm going to look at Judgment. Something is saying you can't ignore your past. And I kept saying Phoenix. Maybe Phoenix is significant for some of you. Like the city. Spirit also may be trying to get your attention about something and you keep ignoring it because you're too preoccupied on something else. Or it's like you're coming off as emotionally detached, Or you may be trying to get someone's attention, but they're just detached or too caught up in their feelings to recognize something. Someone is also needing to learn how to go after what they want. It's like if you want something, you need to put some sort of effort into it. I also feel that someone is curious about something. But you haven't shared this new curiosity. But it's like something has awakened within you. I don't know if this is some sort of spiritual curiosity. It could be some sort of something that you're passionate about. It could be something creative. It even could be something sexual. I don't know, too, if you were torn between two people and spirit keeps trying to tell you what's best for you, but you're so fixated on the past or what you can't have that you are ignoring something that is in front of you. Could also be dealing with a Gemini. Someone is being very stubborn. I feel like there is a situation where there's an opportunity for the truth to come out, or for there to be communication, or for you to speak your truth, but you may keep fighting against it. I feel like something is in plain sight, or something has become very obvious. But we're still not doing what we need to do. I'm going to look at one last thing. Let me look at the Page of Wands here. I just heard the word help. Something said try harder. I don't know what this means. Hopefully these messages are making sense for you, but I am getting something about try harder. Speak up. I also feel like someone is being very guarded. Someone has a burning desire to say something or do something to the point where it's getting intensified. Wow, there's a lot of suppressed energies going on. I just feel like someone has some growing up to do. There is also someone who may be coming off as naive, very naive about what they're doing or what they're not doing. I'm also getting a situation that something in regards to legalities, something in like either a restraining order or something court ordered dealing with children or a child. Protection. Some of you may need to protect your child. Or some of you are restricting your child too much, being overprotective of your child, which can have a reverse effect, you know. So there may be a need to allow your child more freedom, or maybe if it's dealing with a relationship, there needs to be more freedom in the relationship. I think something is coming off as too restricted. Yeah, so those are the messages that I'm getting for you guys. I hope they make sense or resonate. But please feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.